Well, I think that's, I mean, like what I kind of was getting to just now. It becomes much more personal, livelier, and more application-centered. Less, you know, we're not going to be so much thinking about websites anymore. Obviously, there will still be news sites, but it's much more interesting to sort of have this. You have players like your friends and your social network. You have your social graph, and then you have objects, pictures, videos, location, and the combination of that is going to be an individualized stream of interesting things, and that's really going to change our social life. The internet in the first wave changed our media behavior, like, you know, how we consume video and music and these kind of things. I think that's well understood, and I think what we see now is really the internet changing our social behavior outside the internet. I'm not talking about, you know, people that spend time on chat sites or or dating. You know, they find their mate on like a dating site. I'm really talking about you making better use of your time, finding opportunities. Sort of. Let me give you a good example. A couple of years back, or in 5 years from now, it's going to be strange that you actually bumped into someone accidentally in a city. You know, now it's like, oh, you're here, I didn't know. In 5 years, that's going to be unthinkable. You know, it's just you see who's there, and you have your radar basically with you. Okay. And I think that you really, it's going to change the way you spend your afternoon, and I think that's really disruptive. And it's going to change the way you spend your afternoon away from your computer, probably on your mobile phone or.
Okay. What's the business model of Places? How do you make money?
Actually, right now we're pre-revenue, but we plan to have our first revenues beginning of next year, early next year, and it's going to be around that stream of updates. If you can figure out a relevant filtering system, so for example, I have an activity. I say I'm at Fowa here. And then you react to it, and I get pushed. You know, I get a message back in my activity stream, and that might as well be a sponsored reaction. Okay. But two things. I'm going to tell you how we're not going to make our money. We're not going to make our money by profiling and sending you and having basically a demographic sort of cluster, and then, you know, offering that to customers and saying, hey, here's people that, you know, are supposedly business people because they spend a lot of time in offices, so we're going to, you know, push your message to them. It's always going to be reactive to what you do. So think about placing yourself at an airport in London, so you just arrived in London, so possibly there could be messages that are interesting to you. It's behavioral and it's contextual. So think of it as Google AdWords for the real world. In Google AdWords, you search for something, right, actively. You're actually interested in lawnmowers, and you type it in, and what you get back is ads for lawnmowers, and that doesn't disturb you. On the contrary, it's almost information and not advertisement. And I think that's what we try and look at on the mobile or on the laptop with Places as well, contextual behavioral advertising.
Okay.